The school district of Philadelphia has been hit with criminal charges. Meanwhile, the deletion of a Facebook comment was a violation of the First Amendment. Pennsylvania runs the risk on falling behind on fixing its rural roads and bridges. Also, this place is ironically one of the worst for July 4th. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and you're listening to Today in PA. After 5 years of investigation, the school district of Philadelphia has been hit by criminal charges from the U.S. Department of Justice for allegedly failing to inspect several of its schools for asbestos in compliance with federal law, reports why. Specifically, how timely it was with inspections. Law dictates that the school district must inspect all buildings every 3 years and to remediate any damaged asbestos. The district purportedly failed to do so in at least 8 instances between 2018 and 2023. According to the U.S. Attorney's Office, almost 300 of the district's 339 buildings have asbestos in them, asbestos having been linked to causing cancer and lung disease. The school board on Thursday approved an agreement with the DOJ to defer criminal prosecution, meaning these charges can be dropped if the district maintains compliance. This agreement does, though, need to be approved by a judge still, as of the recording of this episode. If approved, it would give the U.S. government the, quote, highest available level of prosecutorial and judicial oversight, unquote, over the district's efforts to manage asbestos in its schools over the next 5 years. This is the first time ever that a district has been criminally charged for such violations in the U.S. It was October 2022 when Yardley Borough resident Earl Markey left a critical comment on the borough's Facebook page, reports the Philadelphia Inquirer. In it, Markey promoted a ballot measure that would have reduced the council size from 7 to 5 members, calling out Councilman Matt Curtin in particular for, quote, wanting to raise property taxes. Also, wrote he, quote, stop unelected, out-of-touch investment bankers like Matt Curtin from volunteering our hard-earned money for higher taxes. Hours later, with the approval of Council President Caroline Thompson, that comment was deleted, deemed a personal attack by Borough Manager and Open Records Officer Paula Johnson. Markey eventually sued Thompson Johnson and the borough over free speech violations, and as of this week, Federal District Judge Mark A. Kearney has agreed with him. Kearney denied a request from Yardley officials to remove them from the lawsuit and referred the case to settlement proceedings. Wrote he, quote, a resident undoubtedly enjoys the right to appropriately criticize his local borough government officials under the First Amendment without fear of government censure. TRIP, a nonprofit national transportation research agency, recently released a study pertaining to Pennsylvania's local roads and bridges, states the Union Progress. And this study found that as of 2024, 66% of bridges in the state and 49% of roads were either in poor or fair condition, indicating that the state could run the risk of falling behind on maintaining them. The Shapiro administration strongly disagreed with the study's conclusions. The state, they said, improved the highest number of poor bridges in the country back in 2023. On top of that, the state has increased transportation funding by hundreds of millions of dollars a year, making moves to free money up for roads and bridges. Some officials, though, claim that more funding goes to urban areas over smaller, rural ones. If you want to check out the report for yourself to see what you might think, feel free to click on the corresponding podcast article link. Philadelphia, bastion of American history and the setting for seminal political moments, has ironically been ranked as one of the worst U.S. cities to celebrate the 4th of July, says PennLive. This, according to a WalletHub study, which ranked locations on things like 4th of July celebrations, affordability, and safety. Philadelphia ranked as the 14th worst overall, meaning it was in the top 20. On the other side of the spectrum, in first overall was Vegas. That wraps up today's episode. For even more news, visit PennLive.com. And please don't forget to rate this podcast and to share it around. Thanks in advance, and of course, thanks for listening. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and I'll see you tomorrow for more Today in PA.